Hi, I'm Henrietta Miller, and I'm here to talk to you about the International Baccalaureate Asia Pacific Conference that recently took place in Macau in March 2015. In particular, I'm going to speak about Julia Gillard and Michael Anderson, who are two brilliant keynotes who were there. We'll start with Julia Gillard. Julia Gillard was a passionate speaker about education, about excellence, and about the contribution to society that we as educators make. Everything she spoke about was grounded and backed by research studies. She said that there are three key words: machines, money, and men. The world today's children will live and work in is beyond our imagination, but this future is so hard to predict. She spoke about how we all know that robots have taken the blue-collar jobs in factories, but now people are wondering when, or if ever will, robots be as imaginative as humans? And will knowledge industry workers be put out of work by robots? Computers are now training to be things like doctors. We are on the cusp of a revolution with the digitisation of everything. She quoted university studies saying that machine age will make us redundant. Increasingly non-manual, routine jobs can and will be done by robots. So non-routine, non-manual will be the only safety net for the students we are teaching. So what will success for our children look like? She thinks it will require three things. Firstly, the ability to have ideas, to create and to follow curiosity. Secondly, the ability to analyse for meaning will matter more than ever. Rote learning is totally superfluous. The challenge will be not in finding the data, but in working out what it means. And thirdly, teamwork. Teamwork between people and people, as well as people and machines. This concept is being increasingly stretched geographically, and this will require our students to have language skills. Her next word was money. The world of money in 25 years has changed. The economy of China has grown at warped speed, and this change brings opportunity and risks that our schools need skills to deal with. This is the Asian century, and the world is looking to Asia. Our students will need skills that they can create with, that they understand, that make changes, that bring opportunities and risks. Today's students will be tomorrow's leaders, and they will need to manage these future tensions. This led into her speaking about her role as a woman leader and the negative press it garnered. When at a world leaders meeting, it should disturb us all that of 21 economies, only one had a woman in attendance. She's quoted several university studies that show that within us all, deep stereotypical gender bias still remains. In creating a post-gender world of true equality, we face deep challenges. It's an urgent and deep problem that not everyone has access to education, that in some societies girls are still second-class citizens, that in most societies we still believe that men are somehow better than women and have more opportunities. The best future will come from gender equality in leadership and gender equality in education. That was Julia Gillard. Dr. Michael Anderson was a second keynote that I took notes at. He is a professor of education from Sydney University. He talked about the need to reimagine schooling. What if schooling didn't exist? What should school look like? What should the 21st century school be? He said, we have no option to do nothing. Creativity should be a standard expectation in our schools. Creativity should sit beside literacy and numeracy. We shouldn't get squeezed into test scores being the be-all and end-all. And creativity shouldn't just be in the arts. Creativity should be everywhere. Schools are the only place where we can teach creativity. But why? Why do we need to care about this? Well, again, his speech was grounded in research. He cited several studies, including one from Oxford University of 702 jobs surveyed, which found that half of the workers in the US today are at risk of losing their jobs to computers. He said that creative learning makes all the difference to our students. Students who are active participants in the arts have a higher self-esteem and a higher life satisfaction. But we must teach them the tools of creation. They must have the opportunity to choreograph, to make, to do, and to be creative. We must have students asking why. We must be rigorous to encourage and enable unique ways of thinking and knowing. Structured, methodical, rigorous creative learning. We live, again, in a climate of change, and once again we are preparing these young students for challenges. But how do we prepare students for the future? We need to draw on all our creative skills that we have as individuals, as educators. The measure of this generation of educators will be in our ability to do that. We must move forward, change, and have creativity at the core. We need to work from the inside of schooling to make them creative places. We notice the absence of creativity in the lack of engagement in some classrooms. People working together, engaging with problems, and working on solutions. It is teachable. In the classroom, ask why, deeply why, something has not been created. Creative people do this. Notice a problem, ask why, and then really why, to solve it. This is at the heart of the creative process. He said that creativity is like high quality learning. Dig deep, ask why, engage with the why, seek feedback, and then engage with the feedback to transform into deep learning. This is the roadmap for creativity in education. We need to ask, are our classrooms engaging with creativity? Are we making it part of all learning experiences? Are we making creativity central to learning, connected across all faculties? We must, and leaders must, reward, support, and engage teachers who are working creatively. We must reflect, reward, and find evidence of creativity. We can choose to passively accept or choose to matter. We can change the lives of young people in our schools.